welcome to Novellaci's podcast channel. Today we're going to talk about success, or even better, the fear of becoming successful. This can sound very weird, like who is scared to become successful? Everyone wants to become successful, right? Well, I thought the same, but I met a guy some months ago that was talking about a book, and in that book they were talking about the 5 or 7 fears of a human. I don't remember exactly if it was the 5 fears or the 7 fears. Anyways, and one of the fears was the fear of becoming successful. It is something very real. And I realized that when I was camping with that same phobia myself. It's actually more like a fear, but it can become a phobia when you are extremely obsessed with it and when it's like really getting a problem in your life and, for example, making some decisions that will make you struggle to success. Let me try to explain this a little better. I would like to name this episode Stop Saying No to Success, because that's exactly what we're doing. We're closing the doors that are getting open when we're walking past it or by it. I don't know what it is, but it's something in our brain, in our subconscious mind, that is doing everything in its power to destroy our luck to become successful. We can call it self-sabotaging. What happens when we are self-sabotaging ourselves? We're pushing away everyone or everything, like some good opportunities, for example, or like we can just lock ourselves up in our room, don't go outside, or like when things are getting good, we just run away because we have like that fear, I don't know why, or like trying to be mean about yourself or like to other people, just to like make yourself hurt even more and like hurt other people, and so eventually they will push you away. So you can also blame someone else or like blame the situation. You are choosing to close these doors and push away these people. So self-sabotaging is something that happens when success is coming on our path. We have that some feeling that things are going great and that can become even better and greater. And we just shut down. We be like, oh my god, this is too much. I cannot handle this. This is like, I'm not made for this. And why me? Like, why not someone else? I'm not good in that, or like I can't do this. I don't have enough self-esteem, or like I'm not smart enough, or just whatever excuse that can come up in the mind of that person. And I also see it like a certain deep insecurity that you're like struggling with, and that's also one of my insecurities that I was struggling with and still, but because things don't get away just like that, and I wish, but I'm really working hard on it. But I feel like if you know the core of the issue, like where is it coming from and why you're doing these things, you're like already a step ahead of everything, and that's where everything is like happening. I don't know. So what also happens is that you're gonna start procrastinating. So you're gonna get into your lazy self and then push it on your laziness. And you also be like, for example, you're getting that mail from a person, and that person is giving you the opportunity to go to Thailand, and it's like an agency that will pay for everything, and you will get a lot of money, and maybe you will get a little known for your work or get maybe famous or whatever. So when you're living in this type of fear, this type of phobia of becoming successful, you will be like, oh my god, this is amazing, but whoa, Thailand? That's long flight. I don't even know if I will be able to not get sick in the flight and be able to be fresh on set or do this job, because I mean, they are giving me the responsibility to make this work and make it look great. I don't know what kind of job it is, but these are like the type of questions and reactions that will come into your mind, and you will slowly find excuses and push yourself away from that great opportunity just because you have a lot of fears. And you can maybe also be like scared without really saying it out loud, but like having that type of feeling that if it works, like if it really works, like I won't have time anymore. I won't have the rest I need because I will be so successful that I will have a lack of sleep, or like I won't eat that well anymore because I won't have time, or maybe like I need to talk in front of a lot of people all the time and I'm not that social, etc., etc., etc. It's very, very stressful, and honestly, it makes you so tired, like mentally, as I am like giving these examples that I myself had in my head as well. Like I've been going through these weird excuses every single time when I got the fear. And maybe it also can come from the fear of social anxiety, for example. So it can come from a lot of things, but the main thing is becoming successful. And what if everything goes well? What then? Like, can I handle this? Am I strong enough to carry all of these things? And we just push it away. And then what happens is like, oh my god, feeling guilt, because you'd be like, oh my god, I've pushed this opportunity away. Why am I always doing this? Why should I not accept the things I deserve and the things I've been working hard for or dreaming for, you know? Because these are dreams, and you're like you're like breaking your dream just like that, because we don't know if we get another opportunity like that, you know? And the fear is just eating ourselves, eating our self-esteem, and just saying, just answering something like, oh my god, I'm really sorry, but I cannot be there because I'm sick. Or like, hey, I'm not available, sorry. And you're just sitting in your sofa crying because you feel bad about not accepting the opportunity. And like all your second and third thoughts will come later, and you realize things and it will be too late, and you will again have maybe the feeling of guilt and the feeling of wasting your time and wasting opportunities. And maybe you will also struggle with FOMO, and that's like the fear of missing out. And I struggle with FOMO a lot. So these are all the aspects that will come in that bubble of fear of successful, like fear of becoming successful. It's actually like a very vicious, toxic, vicious circle. And yeah, it's just not good for your self-esteem. It's not good for the plans you're making, because you're making plans, but it's like, for example, you're saying a lot of things, but you won't do anything to make it true. And we also often say that doing things to make it happen is way more significant than words, you know, just you speaking those things like, I will do this and I will do that, and when I get this opportunity I will say yes and I will do it. But at the end of the day, you panic and you find a cute excuse, and you will even like maybe be so generous and look for someone else to take your place. That's what I did as well. Yeah, I'm crazy. I'm a crazy girl. But that's just what fear does with you. Horrible. It's really horrible, and stop doing it. stop doing it and just go for it and take everything that you can take. Take every opportunity you're getting, because maybe you will not get any other opportunities in the future. But I'm not saying to accept everything. Like, just analyze things, see if you really want to do it and if it's really worth it, and or like if you have no other plans, and just have your priorities and like be selective. That's what I can say. But don't like start panicking and thinking all of these horrible things and just don't start thinking all of these horrible things and end up being sick because you're just slamming all the doors, And what happens is that you're hurting yourself and you are giving yourself some slaps in the face. Sorry, because it is painful to see these things going away from you. And like, it's also with giving up. It's not only accepting the opportunities you're getting, but it's also the opportunities you're creating yourself and avoiding things. For example, let me just think about an example of my own life. I have like a small example, but it was very huge to me. At the beginning of 2012 or 13, I don't remember exactly, Instagram became like the app, I guess. It's like it became like known, because before no one was on Instagram, and it was like the very beginning of the app, and I was there since the very beginning. And I was really trying to make very beautiful pictures. I mean, I was still a child, basically, but I was doing all of these things, and I saw all of these YouTubers, like these very beginning YouTubers, and I was on YouTube in 2014 with my laptop that was like we loved those pixels, not really. And I was already busy with becoming a YouTuber and like an influencer, how we call it today. But I felt like a little sad, and because things weren't working out like I wanted to. My dream was to become a very known YouTuber. And what happened is that at the end of the day, I created multiple accounts on Instagram. I never kept that one same Instagram, and every single time, I remember, every single time I made it to the 2,000 or 3,000 followers, I don't know, I snapped. I don't know why, but I snapped, and I started to panic without really panicking physically or like mentally, but it happened. There was like a certain thing happening in my brain that made me shut down everything and wanted to quit everything. And also I was going through a lot of things during that time, like I struggled with mental issues and stuff like that, and I became very insecure, and I don't know, and it started to getting worse about that social media aspect when I saw people growing instantly, and these people were actually people that weren't interested in any time of becoming an influencer or YouTuber or post any post on Instagram. I was one of the first persons that was really busy with that at school and stuff, I remember. So it was like so painful, and I was getting jealous and frustrated, and I shut down everything. I was like, you know what? This is not for me. I quit. And instead of going and persevering, going for it and not quitting and keep on going with my dreams, and I already like had 3,000 followers every single time I made a new account. And then I realized, like, what if I didn't delete it, my very first account of 2012 or 13? What if, like, I would have been that person maybe. I would have been the person of my dreams. I would have become an influencer or a YouTuber or whatever, like since a long time ago. But instead of, I just quit and I deleted everything because that's what I do. I'm very impulsive and I self-sabotage. I sabotage my work. I sabotage all of the energy and work that I've put into a program or an account. And these are signs of, like, these are also signs of kind of becoming successful, because first of all, yes, you have the fear of, you know what, I will never become successful and I will never become a great influencer or a great YouTuber. I will never gain a lot of followers and stuff like that. But these things are like coming from an insecurity of wanting to be successful, but also sabotaging yourself, because what if it happens? Like what, you know? So I've been doing that for a lot of time, a lot of years, and it also happened with TikTok. But in the days of TikTok was Musical.ly. So I started to be on Musical.ly when I was 16 or 17 years old. I don't remember exactly. And I started to become Musical.ly famous. My dream was finally coming true, and I didn't even understand like why people were like following me. I was just doing these Barbie robots videos on Musical.ly, and oh my god, one day I woke up and the followers were coming every single second, like da 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 da, a lot of followers, like whoa, what is happening? I couldn't believe it. I was so happy, but I also was scared. Okay. And one day I found out that two little girls were like my fans, and they had created like these idol fan pages on Instagram. And I also found myself on Google, like on these Google fan page information forums. And I was like, what is happening? Oh my god. And I saw my face, my little dance on whole Instagram. And they were like tagging me and everything. And I was like, whoa, this is a lot. But then what happened? Let's say that I lost my password. But was it really like that? Like, I wasn't on my Musical.ly account for a whole year. I kind of like got scared of success and all of these responsibilities you are getting with becoming successful. And somehow I managed to forget my password. 1 year goes by, I come back on my TikTok account, like it changed in TikTok a few months after I went on my account again. Guess what? I started posting new videos and a lot of people were starting to unfollow me. And then TikTok came and all the algorithm made me lose all of my views, my likes, and my followers. And that was one of the most painful things that happened, because finally I was reaching one of my dreams and I sabotaged it again. And it was too late. It was too late. I tried to get on the app as many as times as possible, and I was working hard on new videos and everything, but just nothing worked. And I also got these reactions of people like, hey, did you buy your followers? Because your views and your likes aren't corresponding with the amount of followers you're having. Guess what? No, I didn't. So, very painful. very painful. So I also found out that I got so obsessed with the application that I was getting sick of it. Like sick in the way of physically and mentally getting sick. I was getting nervous, depressed, low self-esteem, demotivated about a lot of things. And I just brought a lot of hours on that application and losing myself. And yeah, my days were just about scrolling on TikTok and hoping that my followers would gain again. And I tried to do a few lives as well, but it's just it didn't feel right. So today I'm almost 2 years without TikTok, and sometimes I'm thinking about reactivating or like re-downloading the application and starting again, because that's what I do. I'm always starting over and over again. I also feel like even though I have the fear, I never quit somehow, but I'm losing a lot of opportunities by restarting over and over again. And sometimes that's not really the solution. In these cases, because there is no time, no limit, no age to start over and over again. That's like not what I'm trying to say right now. It's just that in certain situations, it's not really the solution to quit and start over again. So yeah, I regret, and there is a guilt. There is a guilt, and there's like all of these questions of the what if. What if? And that's really that's a little hard to live with. But I mean, I'm in a stage right now today that I am okay with the choices I made. I'm over it. And I'm still busy, I'm still working hard, and I'm still trying to hopefully one day reach my goals. Because I still love this quote, like, don't change your goal, change the plan, you know? But so these are like the patterns that happen when you are kinda afraid of becoming successful. Like, one more thing I would like to say about it is that you also have that one point called, like, I'm calling it the successful excuse. And these are like these type of excuses, for example, that will make you more happier when you reached that point. For example, I will be more happier when I get the money to buy these clothes. I am going to buy these dumbbells, and then I for sure will start working out every single day. I first need to buy these certain things in order that I can do that one thing I want to do. I can only start making videos if I have the good lighting and the good room and all of these other things that make a video great, I guess. So these are all of these good excuses to success, but that also is like avoiding it, actually. It's like procrastinating again. It's like looking for excuses to wait for that perfect moment to start or doing things or becoming happy. But the truth is, and we all kind of know this, is there is no perfect time to become happy or to start something you want to do since a long time. Because today will become tomorrow, tomorrow will become a year. Actually, because time is flying, and then you will feel guilty or angry, and you get again to do with the what if, and I wasted time. And I had to start earlier, and now it's too late, for example. But that's of course another excuse. I learned to just take a a deep breath, and just take a step away from that great opportunity that is waiting for my answer or my response, and just think about it. Not too long, because otherwise you're gonna start overthinking, having these excuses again. But also don't be impulsive and start attacking. Just relax and just be like, you know what? This is a great opportunity. I'm going for it. I can try it at least. And if it doesn't work, then that's also it. Like, it's not a big deal, and I will be so proud and thankful that I did it. And from that, you can move on. And maybe this also, like that one decision you made, will maybe also open a lot more opportunities and chances for you. It will also help to let grow your self-esteem, and when you feel better about yourself and things, energy will grow, and you will be in like your high frequency energy, and that's when things will keep going good. Oh my god, that was a tough one, but like, when things are going good, it will only get greater. If you are scared to become successful, please don't. Just think about it. Just stay cool about certain things and don't panic. Like, just take some breaks. Write your fear down, or when you notice yourself doing it again and pushing people away, just please remember that you can still make the right decisions and break these old patterns. Thank you so much for listening to this episode, and I really hope that I kind of gave you some clarity about maybe certain fears you didn't know you had, and maybe you can like perhaps work on these fears. And I really wish you the best, and I see you in the next episode.